Hey guys, Bryonna Nobles here, and just in time to expand our summer reading list, Georgia romance writers have announced their published finalist. So as I said before, we're going to be looking at the published finalists for the 2015 Maggie Awards. These are given out by Georgia romance writers every year for the last 3 decades. The finalists are picked by 3 booksellers and librarians. So these are the people who know their books. The top 5 from each category go on to be judged by another group of 3 librarians and booksellers to pick out the winner of the coveted Maggie Award. So in other words, these are the people you want on your summer reading list, or heck, reading list all year round. This year there are 8 categories, and I'm going to read them from a list because that's a lot for me to remember. I don't have the best memory. I know. I have a friend who actually yells blueberries at me because they're supposed to help from memories. Anyway, the 8 categories are contemporary single title romance, contemporary category romance, inspirational romance, historical romance, paranormal fantasy romance, young adult romance, novel with strong romantic elements, and finally, erotic romance. Don't know what one of these categories means? No worries. I got your back. Before I announce the finalists for each category, I'll give you a brief description of what that means. So now, on with the show. Please join me in congratulating the 2015 published Maggie Awards finalists.
First up, we have contemporary single title romance. This is a longer novel that focuses on the romantic relationship and is targeted for release as a standalone title. Now, this does not mean that it's not part of a series, it just means that each book should be able to be read individually. And the finalists are Nancy Harkness, The Place I Belong, a Whisper Horse novel, Book 3. Virginia Cantra, Carolina Man, a Dare Island novel, Book 3. Brenda Novak, The Heart of Christmas, a Whiskey Creek novel, Book 7. Terry Osborne, More to Give, an Anchor Island novel, Book 4. William C. Walker, The Homecoming. And there we have our contemporary single title finalists. Next up, we have contemporary category romance. These are novels where the primary focus highlights the romantic relationship as the central part of the storyline, but it's also targeted towards a specific publisher's category line, which maintains predetermined word count, content, and formatting guidelines. A great example of this is Harlequin. And the finalists are Christine Butler, The Last Chance Maverick, Montana Mavericks, Book 4. Janie Crouch, Primal Instinct, Instinct Series, Book 1. Pamela Herron, His Kind of Perfection. Tanya Michaels, Her Cowboy Hero, The Colorado Cads, Book 3. Robin Perini, Christmas Justice, Carter, Texas Connections, Book 7. And there you have our contemporary category romance finalist. Next up, inspirational romance. These are novels where the spiritual or religious beliefs blend with the plot to form a significant part of the love story. The character's journey should not only have an inward and outward character growth, but also a spiritual growth. And the inspirational romance finalists are Tamara Alexander, A Beauty So Rare, a Belmont Mansion novel, Book 2. Elizabeth Camden, With Every Breath. Eva Marie Everson, The Road to Testament. Kathleen Taylor, Perilous Refuge. Mary Lou Tyndall, The Ransom, Legacy of the King's Pirates, Book 4. And those are our inspirational romance finalists. Next up, we have historical romance. These are novels set in any time period and any location prior to 1945. Why 1945? No idea. If you do, feel free to let me know. The romance should still be central to the story's development. And the historical romance finalists are Alison Delane, A Promise by Daylight; Amanda DeWeese, With This Curse, a novel of Victorian romantic suspense; Vanessa Kelly, Confessions of a Royal Bridegroom; Renegade Royal, Book 2; Anthea Lawson, Mistress of Melody; Music of the Heart, Book 2; Monica McCarty, The Raider, The Highland Guard, Book 8. And there you have it, our historical romance finalist. Next up, we have paranormal fantasy romance. These are novels in which paranormal fantasy elements are integral parts to the plot. These elements should blend with the love story, where you cannot have one without the other. And our paranormal fantasy romance finalists are Sharon K., Wicked Flames; Solstice Prophecy, Book 3; Beck McMaster, Forged by Desire; London Steampunk, Book 4; Katie Reus, Avengers Heat, a Moonshifter novel, Book 4; Donna Marie Rogers, That Magic Touch, Lake Shelbyville, Book 1; Lucy Varna, Tempered, Daughters of the People, Book 3.5. And there we have it, our paranormal fantasy romance finalists. Next up, we have young adult romance. These are novels with romantic themes interwoven with young adult issues and concerns to form the central plot of the story. Young adults between the ages of 12 and 19 should be the targeted audience, but as an avid Harry Potter fan myself, I feel you are never too old for a young adult book. I also have found that most young adult romances have heroines about the age of 17. You'll notice that there are only 4 finalists in this category. It's just because it was a smaller category this year. And the finalists for young adult romance are Melanie Dickerson, The Princess Spy, Fairy Tale Romance Series, Book 4; Alina Dillon, Shimmer, Breathe, Book 2; Callie James, Innocent; Lisa Tapp, Finding Beth, a Rhoda Davis mystery, Book 1. And there you have it, our young adult romance finalist. Next up, novel with strong romantic elements. While there is a romance or multiple romances in these books, it is not the driving force to the plotline or central to the storyline. They must end with a happily ever after or happily for now to be eligible for this contest, though. And the finalists for novel with strong romantic elements are Anna Lee Hoover, A Grave Matter, a Lady Darby mystery, Book 3; Sandy James, Sealing the Deal, The Ladies Who Lunch, Book 3; Sandy James, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, The Ladies Who Lunch, Book 2; Robin Perini, Game of Fear, a Montgomery Justice novel, Book 3; Ron Shannon, The Hedgerows of June. And there we have our novel with strong romantic elements finalist. And last but not least, our final category, erotic romance. A novel where a romantic relationship or relationships is developed through sexual interaction. The sex is an integral part to the story, character growth, and relationship development, and can't be removed without damaging the storyline. Must have a happily ever after or happily for now ending to qualify for this contest. So if you want something spicy, this is the category for you. And the erotic romance finalists are Kate Bowham, Funny Girl, Girl Series, Book 3; Jane Colt, Runaway Bridesmaid; Ceresia Glass, Spice, a Sugar and Spice novel, Book 1; Laquette, Heart of the Matter, Queens of Kings, Book 1. And there you have our erotic romance finalist. I just want to leave a little note saying If I mispronounced anything, I'm very sorry.
So again, congratulations to all the Maggie Award finalists this year. Have you read any of these books yet? Make sure to let me know below. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful at all. And if you want me to list more finalists from some of my favorite contests, make sure to let me know in the comments. And don't forget, all you writers out there, that I issue you a writing challenge. If you haven't checked out that video yet, now's the time. 1 hour, 1,000 words every day for 1 month. You can't be a published finalist if you don't